And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show brings you game one of a big four-game set. It's the Cleveland Guardians taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Shambi and Chris Singleton on the call. Chris, one guy having a big year for this club, leading the team in home runs and runs batted in, Ryan Mountcastle.
Yeah, Boog, he's one of the pillars of this lineup. And when you have a guy like that that's so consistent and so productive, you want to make sure you can do whatever you can to get him to the plate. Get him as many at-bats as you can in a ball game. If you do that, you got a really good chance of scoring a lot of runs. Well, that whip is just below the league average, and that's a good thing in this case, not allowing too many base runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win, and I expect to see that from him in this one today.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's one down.
Very frustrating right there as a speedy potential base runner when with two strikes you just struggle to put the ball in play. You don't even have to get a hit at that point. You can help your team just by reaching on an error, but some way you got to find a way to shorten up the swing and put the ball in play next time.
And now it's going to be Gabriel Arias. The wind and the pitch. Late on that fastball.
Out there on the mound, he's setting the tone early with the fastball. 98 miles per hour up on the scoreboard.
Swings and misses.
All right, Ronald. Roll.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
The lefty fires. 2 out, space is empty. And that's ball 4.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for the walk, and that last one didn't even threaten the zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
In the dirt. Well done behind the dish. Ramirez, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. And there's a ball. Two outs. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Here comes a pitch. That one not close. Ball 3.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hit it.
The string on the changeup.
All right.
Guardians lead 1. Orioles due up in the first, no score. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And here is Kyle Manzardo. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Well, as a left-handed hitter, you kind of expect that breaking ball from the lefty. So you just want to track it and get an idea because you know it's going to come into play later in the at-bat.
And there's one down.
One down.
Now at the plate, Ezekiel Tovar. 0-1.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
The Guardians trailing by a run as we play game 1 of this 4-game series.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
That one is absolutely belted. Mullins going back, pulls it in on the warning track. Now it's Yan Gomes. And strike 1 to the catcher. The Guardians down by a run here at the top of the second. Broken bat, and it's popped up. And that'll do it.
Broken bat. 3 up, 3 down.
Back here in Baltimore, here's the rookie right fielder, James Wood. Fought off foul.
A lot of folks believed he could make an early impact this year, and that's exactly what he's done. Lots of extra base hits, and his confidence seems to be growing with every game he plays.
Throws to first. One up,
One down.
And now the center fielder, Chase DeLauder. That's in there. Strike one. And that one just missed off the outside edge. Next offering is downstairs. Good eye in that spot.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
He's got it.
2-away
down. Here's Andres Jimenez.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
That one missed. The Orioles up by a run. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Hammered down the right side, but foul. And the pitch. That one missing inside. In there for a strike at the top of the zone.
It's a good changeup to hit up in the zone. I don't think he recognized it. I'm sure he'd love to have that one back.
Not even close there. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Got him looking. That's a strike.
Another kid.
Guardians fail to score. They still try. As we go to the top of the 4th. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. There's the strike. Arias, in his 3rd season, 25 years old. He's been on a terrific run at the plate, hitting over 350 in his last 10. And a base hit right there. So a man on base to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Solid swing from start
All
to
right,
end.
all
On
right.
time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
Naylor at the plate and takes high there. The Guardians trailing by a run. Top half of inning number 4.
Well, here's a good opportunity in this inning to get on the scoreboard after that leadoff hit, and hardly order coming up right behind them. This is where they need to get going.
The 1-1. Maybe a 2-ball.
1, 4, 3.
And they turn the
2
double play.
down. Nice
As a former
turn.
player, watching 5-4-3 double plays brings back some adrenaline. It's such an exciting play, and it's always a great reminder of baseball being such a team sport.
Now it's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1.
Jose Ramirez. We're 6.5 games back. Well, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Strike 2.
Big time jam right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
Wouldn't chase that time. Up and in. Yeah, that's ball 2. 2 down, nobody on. Ground ball up the middle. Mateo. Jump throw. And that will end the inning.
2-4. 1-0 Baltimore.
And we're back. We go to the top of the 5th. Now
Like,
it's
comment,
the
subscribe,
DH,
emoji, grinning cat.
Kyle Manzardo. Franklin back to work. And there's a strike.
You know, these Guardians just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today. And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond. And they just keep eating.
Got him.
Caught him looking for the K. And the batter will be the shortstop, Ezekiel Tovar. That's down and in. Base is empty, one away, and we're at the top of the fifth.
He's controlling things out there on the mound, not messing around at all. He's been in attack mode since the very start.
In the air, left field. Hayes ranging after it. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
2 down.
Here's Yan Gomes. First time up was a pop out. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1. Just missed.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
That's a strike, and now 3-1. 3-1, and he couldn't come up with it.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
Got it. And that's
Another no-hit inning.
One
Jimmy's
left for the
locked in and loaded.
Back now at Oriole Park, top of the 6th inning. Here's the center fielder, Chase DeLauder. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. The wind of the pitch. Hits and misses. It's a
Change
strikeout.
up. Nasty.
He had him out in front,
Number
which isn't
7.
easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
The other way.
All
Snags
right,
it for
2
the
down.
second out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Arias in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ball 1 there.
Well, on the mound, very efficient, able to produce an outcome, it seems like, within the 3rd or 4th pitch of just about every at-bat.
And a swing and a miss.
Kind of just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And a pitch. And another ball.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Well, he tried to nibble right there and just missed his spot. Hitter didn't offer at it. Now he has somebody to worry about over at first.
Naylor in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. Runner takes off on the ground. Whips it to Mountcastle. That ends the frame. Make it. We go to the top of the 7th. Down the third baseman, Jose Ramirez. The pitch. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And that's in the dirt. The wind to kick the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Nasty cutter.
Went right after him with that 2-strike pitch as he continues to roll on the mound.
Yeah, he's not out there trying to nibble at all. He is attacking the strike zone, and I think when your confidence builds as the start goes on, still putting up all zeros on the scoreboard, gives you a lot of confidence that you can really continue to go after these hitters. And that wasn't the best pitch for the strikeout there, and he'd probably admit that, but he got it by him.
Base is empty, one away here in the top half of inning number 7. Smoked on the ground a second. Over to first. 2 up, 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Tovar up to the plate for the 3rd time as he looks at 1 down low. 2 down, nobody on as we play game 1 of this 4-game series.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much.
That ends the inning, so we take a break. The Guardians go down in order. Still down 3-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Leading off, Yan Gomes. As the lefty gets to work. That one's in there. It's 0-1. That's inside. And a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
In the air, right field.
That's mine, I got it.
Makes the grab on the run. 1 down. And up next for Cleveland, James Wood. Ouch, that one drilled him. And they get the out after the ricochet.
Nice play.
Smooth play on the bare hand there at 3rd. That was nice.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles.
Always nice to win the home opener of a 4-game series. You know you got a lot of miles in the journey against that other team, but it all starts with the first game. And you can set the tone, position yourselves, set up your bullpen, got everybody fresh and ready to go when you're in the driver's seat. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
90 pitches. I would have finished the game, but got hit in the shin. 3 walks, 1 hit, 8 Ks. Minor injury. I gotta miss a few games, but should be ready to go on my next start. Open up this pack. Bullpen session. Kyle Bradish, Jimmy Franklin. '66 Baltimore. They look pretty sweet. $70 Ks and 67 innings. $35 run differential plus They're minus 100 last. We're going to score some runs. It's got a pitch.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Washington Nationals taking on the Baltimore Orioles. And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Here we go.
Just about ready to go. Now the starting pitcher in this one, Jimmy Franklin. But Chris, he hasn't exactly been stellar here on his home mound.
Well, I'll say this. Every player wants to perform well at their home ballpark, in front of their fans, in front of the city. And you know this guy no different. He wants to be more effective here. So, you look at the numbers. They haven't been great at home. I'm sure he wants to turn that around, and we'll see if he's able to start that in this one.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Suarez pulls that one down, and there's one down. Kevin Biggio up to the plate. Out towards left center. He's got it, and there's 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Joey Meneses in the box now. No balls and a strike. That's ripped. Base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Joey Gallo. And that one clips the corner.
Well, here's a guy at the plate. I'm expecting to have a good game. He always seems to play better in road games.
Makes the grab, and that'll end
Boy,
the
Kessel.
Nationals. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top of the second, stepping in, Lane Thomas. Thomas, in his 6th season, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was a 5th-round pick back in 2014. On the ground, right side. On the run, throw to first. One up, one down. Here's Eddie Rosario. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. No score here in the second. And that one a little below the knees. And the count even 1-1.
Come on, home down.
Fought off foul. One down, base is empty.
Got him.
Strikeout.
Well, be ready. He throws that curveball a lot, probably more than any other pitch in his arsenal, and he's going to try to put you away with it like he did right there. That's his go-to pitch early and late in the count.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
Dylan Cruz.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Here's the rookie third baseman, Brady House. Base hit. That was smoke through the infield. So that's 2 straight 2-out hits.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
Hard liner. And that's the 3rd out. Back here in Baltimore, here's C.J. Abrams to hit. Franklin back to work. That's in for a strike. That one ripped. And a quick
One down. Still no runs on the board for the Big O.
Kevin Biggio now at the plate. Hard hit left side.
Gunner.
Perdomo on to first.
Perdomo.
2 up, 2 down.
Well, I believe we talked about how the ball is coming out of a pitcher's hand. The way it comes out of his hand as an infielder, wow, really impressive.
This one smacked out to left center. No trouble here. Puts it away for the
They're really free swinging.
The battle of the Beltway rolls on. And now it's Joey Gallo. Right through there for a strike.
Well, these Nats, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers.
Another two.
A lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Number
Pretty
2.
rough start to this series for him at the plate. 3 strikeouts in the first game yesterday, another one right there. They've clearly got a great plan for how to deal with this guy right now.
Thomas stands in here, takes ball 1 low. Next offering is down low.
Well, usually a high level of confidence when you're facing a young pitcher out there on the mound. In this situation, ahead 2-0, he's put himself in a really good spot.
All tied up here in the second and final game of the series. And there's ball 4.
Wow.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Rosario stands in now and watches strike 1. Grounder might be 2. There's 1, and that's 2. So they go quietly there to the bottom of inning number 4 now. No score. Back now at Oriole Park. All set for the start of the inning. Up now for Washington, Dylan Cruz. And a curve misses outside. Cruz measures 6 feet even, 205 pounds, a former first-round pick in 2023. Ball to strike. And there's a ball. And that one is lifted in the air. Hayes has it sized up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's 1 down. Next to hit for the Nats, Brady House. That one misses, and it's 1-0. Ripped to first, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Santander puts it away, and that is that. And we're back. Here's the shortstop at the plate, C.J. Abrams. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. Here comes a pitch. Tapped at the plate, but it's a foul ball. And another ball.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
Line drive, base hit. So a man on base to start the inning. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Next to hit, Kevin Biggio makes the catch. 1 down.
Nice play. 1
That swing
down.
right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Line drive and foul ball. With the tying run on at first, and we're in the top half of the 6th.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Snap throw to first. Abrams back in standing.
Hey, double him up. Let's go.
And a pitch. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Ball one there. Misses. It's a strikeout.
Nice pitch, Jimmy.
Classic pitch sequencing there to change eye levels for the punch out. That fastball on the pitch before was up. It was very competitive, and that gets you thinking that he might try to climb the ladder. But then the curveball out of that same tunnel just falls off the table, and you can't make contact.
Step off throw to first. Abrams back in on a dive. Joey Gallo steps to the plate. Bounced up the middle, and that chance handled. Sends it to first, and they take care of Gallo for the out.
Drew 6, 1-0 Orioles.
So one left for Washington. And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Lane Thomas. The pitch.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Fastball for a strike. And it's 1-1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Just missed. (3-1), and he couldn't come up with it.
It's tough after falling behind a hitter, 2 balls and no strikes, but now at least he gets a fresh start against a new batter. But he needs to get back into the strike zone and start pitching with conviction.
Franklin checks over to first, and he's back.
This might be a steal situation, but that's not your average catcher behind the dish. You have to be careful here.
Popped in the air, left field, nabs it.
1 down.
Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. 1 for 2.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Swing and a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out. And now up for Washington, Brady House. That to right. Brings it in. Runner tags at second, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away. And now it's Keibert Ruiz. The switch hitter batting right. Swing and a miss. That's strike 1. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that's the 3rd. So the Nats lead it. We're at the top of the 8th, and the batter will be the shortstop, C.J. Abrams. The shortstop takes the ball. So he's back out to begin the 8th. Been a really nice outing for him so far, Singy.
He's blown the ball really well. Kept hitters off balance, and he's been very efficient with that pitch count. But at this point, even though it's been relatively low, you start keeping an eye on it to make sure that he doesn't have any fatigue and injuring himself.
And a swing and a miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Left-hand batter waits. Next offering misses down and away. Franklin into his 8th inning of work, Singy. He's been good.
Yeah, he's the type of guy that gets better as he gets deeper into the ball game. If you're going to get to him, you get to him early. They didn't do that today. We'll see what happens as this finishes.
Hard on the ground to first. Mountcastle steps on the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Biggio in now. Takes ball one off the plate. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Wouldn't chase that time.
2 outs to count.
Swings through that one.
So impressive how the velo is still there even this deep into the outing.
Swing and a miss. 2-2. 1 out, base is empty. And down on strikes he goes.
What's that, 5?
That's out number 2.
4.
So up next, Joey Meneses. Out to short.
Perdomo.
Whips it to Mountcastle. Nats go down 1-2-3. Nationals back here in Baltimore. We go to the 9th. Now it's the Nationals cleanup hitter, Joey Gallo. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Pitch misses, and it's 1-1. Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. Going to count 1-2.
1-2.
Swings through it, and that's a
There's
strikeout.
5. 2 more outs for the complete game shutout.
At the plate,
Live,
Lane
live,
Thomas.
live.
He's 0 for 1.
I mean, his pitch efficiency, ability to get ahead in the count, at times pitch to contact, let the defense work behind him. That's why he's still in the game here in the 9th inning.
No, that's
Good eye in that spot. You just don't see it that much anymore. A guy being this efficient and getting this deep into the game.
I wonder if he's going to be able to close it out. There's just something about that 9th inning. But being at under 100 pitches, he's still got plenty of fuel left in the tank.
Lined, and that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. So digging in, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. And ball 1.
I love this part of the game. Does he really want to try and steal second against this catcher? I know he's fast, but it's pretty risky.
The Orioles leading by 4 here at the top of the 9th. Out there to center. Makes the catch.
1 more out. 1 more out.
So it's their last chance in this one. Dylan Cruz digging in for the Nationals. Liner, and that should be extra bases. Thomas round second on his way to third. Coming home. The relay throw. He's safe.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers. Well,
Another dub.
A rarity, a one-pitch save. You come into the ball game, so much pressure, don't know what's going to happen.
And
fortunately, you make the pitch, you get the out, and everyone has a big sigh of relief.
88 pitches into the 9th. 5 Ks, 2 walks, 1 earned run. Welcome to the program. Good to see everybody. Just keep pitching with Jimmy. We got 2 award packs. Share it out, like, comment, subscribe. Got the Twins coming up. Okay, on to Cincinnati. Actually, the Mets. Orange Crush, 36-30, facing Kodai Senga. More strikeouts than hits allowed. 5-to-1 walk ratio. Brandon Nimmo, remember that.
Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the New York Mets taking on the Baltimore Orioles. About to get started here. And on the mound now, Jimmy Franklin. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Kicks and deals. Not close with that one. 2 balls, no strikes. Slides, but it gets by him. And now here's Jeff McNeil. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Lindor gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Step off, throw first. Lindor back in there. And a pitch. And a foul ball. At the belt and fires. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Hit on the ground might be 2. Mountcastle to second. Plenty of time at first.
That's the way we like it.
Play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside.
Here we go, everybody.
To hit that middle infielder
Live
to start
with
the
Jimmy Franklin.
And then from there,
number
completing
70.
it back to first.
Gunner.
Really good job all the way around.
2 down.
Seiya Suzuki up now for the Mets. Pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-0.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
Misses just off the outside edge. I think that was a strike. 2 outs. That one misses. And now 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk.
What the heck?
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is, if you are the offensive side of it.
The lefty to 1-0. Squirts away a little bit, and the runner holds. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. 2 gone, but the go-ahead run is at first. And we're just getting started here in the top of the first. Low throw, and he can't dig it out. Man at second. That one fouled off. misses. That's a
Big
strikeout.
K. Big K for Big
Catch
J.
up to the heater.
Jimmy.
Mets lead one, and now the O's will get their first crack at it. No score. This is Orioles baseball on the show Mid-Atlantic.
Hello there, emoji cowboy hat face.
And welcome back to the ballpark. New inning getting started.
Nice
Here's
and
Brandon
slow.
Nimmo.
Alright, everybody's here.
Nimmo in his 9th season,
Nimmo.
32 years old, and he's one of the few players in Major League Baseball born in the state of Wyoming.
Wyoming.
Starting to go after it. Now a look down to third. He did not go around. Here's a 1-1. Fouled off. He was late. The other way. That's a hit.
How did he miss
runner
that?
aboard to start the inning.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
Kicks and fires. And a swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Next offering is in for a strike. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
See ya.
One gone.
Carpenter.
Came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. That one's upstairs, ball one. And that's ball one. Nimmo over at first with one away.
Hey, we got one here.
Strike one. The pitch. Just missed.
2-2.
And a pitch. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Hayes makes the grab. Drew Gilbert up now for the Mets. Right through there for a strike.
Calm down.
And downstairs.
Ooh.
And a pitch. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Just missing there. The count now 2-2. And he hits a ground ball right side.
That
He
takes
takes it
care of
himself
that.
to the bag, and that'll do it. Met all set for the start of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Abraham Toro. The pitch. Bottom of the zone and a called
Nice
strike.
pitch.
1-1's the count.
Strike two.
2 is the count.
Here comes a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Yeah.
Hit the fastball at the knees. Back to
Legend
the top
plus
of the lineup.
pitching.
Here's Francisco Lindor. First pitch misses. Francisco Lindor at the plate. The Mets shortstop, originally drafted
2-0.
by Cleveland, and a guy with some serious power and an excellent defender. Next offering is fouled back. One down, base is empty. Hit in the air, right field. Mateo has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out.
2
That's a
down.
really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those could be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
McNeil in the box now as he looks at ball one. Second plate appearance of the day for him. Pitch misses there, and it's 2-0. Top of the third, no score. Swing and a miss, and a count 2-1.
One strike.
And a good eye there. Seiya Suzuki up next. 2 down, nobody on. And that's ball 4.
Yeah.
Do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a false scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but
Makes the catch.
Thank you, Castle.
Mets lead 1, and we're still knotted at 0. Start of the 4th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Franklin back to work. Pitch misses. Ball 1. Next offering is fouled back.
We got no one here.
And here it comes. Good eye in that spot. And a strike on the outside edge.
Ooh.
Bounce to the left side.
Nice play, Gunner.
Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
That was awesome.
That was an impressive diving stop. Singy, let's dive into the numbers. Statcast assemble.
yeah, Boog, a really good effort just to get his glove to the ball. He found a way
Let's
to
go.
do it and just produce a strong throw as well. So that right there is a great play all the way around. Just really smooth.
You're
Nimmo
right.
stands in now and watches strike 1. The next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. That's to third, McKinstry. And that quickly
2 down.
2 away.
1-0
Nice job of
Baltimore
keeping
Orioles.
the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Carpenter in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 1 of this 3-game set. This one lifted in the air. Left
Here we go.
field, and
Foul
that will
ball.
drop foul.
Nice to see ya. Like, comment, subscribe. Oh, Jimmy.
Ground ball left side.
Easy play. 3 up, 3 down.
Slings it across, and it's a 1-2-3 inning.
Jimmy Franklin.
Mets go down quick. We go to the top of the 5th, and stepping in for New York,
Legend
Tyrone Taylor.
plus level.
The pitch. In the air, out towards left center. And puts the squeeze on that one.
1 down.
Next is the designated hitter, Drew Gilbert.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Got it down for the code.
KKKK. Number 4.
Abraham Toro up now for the Mets. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. 2 outs.
Ooh. There we go. We're cruising now.
In the air, left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that.
I'm in the zone right now.
All right, we go to the
Lindor.
top half of inning number 6. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Francisco Lindor. The lefty fires. Turned on, but that's foul down the third baseline. The 0-1. And strike two.
It looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
The wind and the pitch. Gets a piece and stays
Strike him out.
1-2 now. That one missing inside.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
In the dirt, and it's 3-2.
Expect for that guy to come right at you with a fastball, something in the zone, because he does not want to allow the lead.
Gunner.
Quips it to Mountcastle.
One down.
And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Cutter.
McNeil stands in here, takes ball one low.
Strike one.
And that skips in the dirt. One out, base is empty. Fouled off left side. And that one is lifted in the air. Mullins in pursuit. He's got it.
Two down.
Two away down.
There you go, Jimmy.
And next for the Mets, Seiya Suzuki. 0-1.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, and you can play around a little bit more as the bat expands.
2 outs, base is empty. Swings and misses. And the count 1-2.
Suzuki.
That one is upstairs. 2 down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Struck him
Set
out.
him up, knock him
And
down.
good work there as he gets a
3-6.
1-2-3.
Another
Make
equipment
it 6
pass.
shutout innings for him. And we're back. Top of inning number 7. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Francisco Alvarez. Late on that fastball.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And another ball.
Well, timing is the key to great hitting, and right now that door is still locked. They haven't been able to figure out pitch sequences, and it's impacting them across the board.
And now the lefty. Swing and a miss. Struck
Big
him
K,
out.
Big K.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Two-seamer.
And ball 1.
This pitcher's done a good job of disrupting the hitter's timing with the mix of pitches and changing speeds. You want to keep that front foot inconsistent for the batter.
Slap
Those
hit.
swings are hesitant, and that's exactly what you want on the mound. Just a solid swing right there.
Oh.
So a new arm out of the bullpen for
Kimbrel.
the Orioles. Craig Kimbrel on for his 20th appearance.
Well, they win the opener at home.
Got
First
the
game
dub.
of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
"95 pitches, 3 hits, 2 walks, 6 Ks." Three wins in a row. He's an 86 overall in year 2. Wow. All right. We're back. Boston day game. Father's Day. We're going with the Mike Mussina Cal Ripken jersey. Look at the difference. All them guys are cold with the snowflakes, and all the guys with fire are on fire. Here we go.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We've got Father's Day baseball. It's the Boston Red Sox taking on the Baltimore Orioles. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. So the Baltimore Orioles are in position to sweep this 3-game series with a win. So, Chris, what's their mindset heading into today?
Yeah, looking to go 3 for 3, Boog. They've already...
Rutschman.
So almost ready to get underway. Towing the slab in today's game, Jimmy Franklin.
Well, he brings into this one an excellent strikeout to walk ratio on the season, and when you consider the amount of swings and misses that he gets and the fact that he's not issuing free passes, that's going to make him more economical in his pitch count, allow him to move into the middle and deeper part of ball games. So we'll see if that remains true in this one.
Missed with a changeup, and now 2-0.
2-0 to count.
Wouldn't chase that time. And that's ball 4.
Maybe
Look
a
out.
loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
And that's a base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh,
Didn't
good.
take long to get a result for that at bat. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
That's in there, and that is strike 2.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And he deals. Got him looking.
KKK.
First out. Now batting Tristan Casas.
1-0.
In the dirt, blocked. Nothing happening on the bases, though.
Pitchers always face a dilemma trying to figure out how to attack this guy. He went with the breaking ball right there, but it feels like that approach might be playing with fire. He loves to go after pitches with a wrinkle in it.
Next offering is downstairs.
Could be some action here on this next pitch. Couple runners on. Probably a challenge pitch coming.
That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 2-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it
Double
again.
play ball.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Double play ball to second. There's one, and that's 2.
That's the way.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
That was close.
Back now at Oriole Park. And now the
Paul
first baseman,
Goldschmidt.
Paul
What?
Goldschmidt. And the pitch. Goldie in his 14th season, more than 2,000 hits in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. And another ball. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Well, they call that an advantage count for a reason. You're so much more likely to get something you can handle. Just kept it simple, played pepper with the middle of the infield, and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Just missed.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
And that eats him up. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Nice job.
Cedane Rafaela up next for the Red Sox. Fastball for a strike. The 0-2. That one missed.
Oh, wow.
Man, oh, man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Now a long throw home. It's off the mark, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Unbelievable.
That's 3 singles in a row. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect.
And it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate.
Slow down.
Goes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
Off the mark there, and the count even 1-1. Red Sox by 2. On the ground right side. Mateo sends
another
to first.
run.
That's out number 1, and a run comes in to score. Stepping in, Masataka Yoshida. Right through there for a strike.
Thinking about Yoshida, he's never going to be the biggest player when he's on the field, but that doesn't mean he can't hit. He gets on base and doesn't strike out very often. That combo makes you a valuable asset to your club.
Battling here as he fouls it away. Runner on at third, one gone. Swings through it, and that's a strike.
Not the best location with the fastball on strike 3, but when you're pumping high 90s, you'll get away with some of those. More margin for error. You know, the fastball has become such a huge strikeout pitch in the sport. And I think a lot of it has.
Well, got to pause on that thought, as that'll do it for the inning. 3 runs.
Was that error? Should have
here
been.
in Baltimore, top half of the 3rd inning. So stepping in for Boston, Rafael Devers. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98.
Yeah, and here's a fun stat on Devers. He's at his best when he's hitting homers and doubles, and by the time he was 26 years old, Devers already had over 150 home runs and more than 200 doubles. He's just the 15th player in baseball history with those kinds of numbers at that age.
That one just misses.
Come on,
A rough start on the mound for this guy. His 3rd inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
The wind of the pitch. And that one hit to first. And foul ball. Left-hand batter waits. Goes down looking.
Got him.
Now it's the DH, Tristan Casas. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Struck him out.
That's pretty sick.
Number
Late
4.
clean action to get the swing and miss right there. I mean, that's just really hard to account for as a hitter when you're seeing the fastball all the way and then
Boss
just at the last
challenge
moment it
with
darts
Paul
away from you and you
Goldschmidt.
can't reach it.
Boss challenge with Paul Goldschmidt.
Come on now, here we go.
Goldie in the box now. No balls and a strike. Strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning.
Goldie.
Down in order go the Red Sox.
Orioles are getting no hit.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the second baseman, Manuel Valdez.
He's got pop, which is a little sneaky because he's so comfortable with taking his base hits to the opposite field, but he can jump you if you make a mistake.
Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play, and I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk. Man at first. Now it's the right fielder, Cindane Rafaela. Fastball for a strike. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. At the belt and fires. And that's a little bit high. Now 1-2. Valdez on at first, nobody out. And another ball. In the air, fairly deep to right field.
1 down.
Santander makes the grab. Here's Trevor Story now. Doubled in his first AB. Not close with that one. Ball 1. Man at first, 1 away. There's the strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Right now.
That's in there. Swings and misses. Struck him out.
Ooh, Story.
I'm not sure
Number
what he was
6.
waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
The next pitch misses, and that is ball 1. And another ball. Right through there for a strike. In the dirt, squirts away from Rutschman. And now a man into scoring position. Right through there, got it. Picks up strikeout number 7.
3-0. We're losing.
And we're back. New inning getting started. Now here's the Red Sox leadoff hitter, Masataka Yoshida. Just missed. Yoshida, 31 years old, and his last 10 games stand out. He's homered in 4 of them. Gets the outside corner with that one. Looks like the weather could actually play a factor in this one. It's coming down pretty good.
Yeah,
Put your headphones on. You do a little ASMR with the thunder and the lightning.
If the rain gets any worse than this, so keep an eye on the pitcher's mound as well, and the rest of the infield start to puddle up a little bit.
In the air, left side.
No.
Drifts towards it. Puts it
1
away
down.
for the out. Pablo Reyes stands in. That misses the zone. And that's ball one. And there's a ball.
2 balls, no strike.
That clips the corner.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
One down, base is empty. And they'll do it again. The 2-2 on the way.
1-1-1.
Hard hit
Got
left
her.
side. To first.
One
That's out
down,
number
2 down.
And it's Rafael Devers in the box. First pitch, not close. And a foul ball. The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Strikeout number 3. I have a feeling. I got a feeling.
And a pitch.
Tonight's gonna be a
Stays
good
alive.
night.
And here it comes. Swing and a miss. And again. And good work there.
Silly
as he gets
rabbit.
1-2-3.
Curveballs
Red
are
Sox
for
go down
kids.
quietly. We're back, and they make a change
Oh.
to start the 6th. The
3-1 ball game, quick game. We were looking for a little bit more. It seemed at points the offenses were going to break out, but a total of 4 runs combined. Really good pitching and defense on both sides. Just a couple of
5
key swings
innings, 5
making all the
hits,
difference.
2 walks, 8 Ks, 3 earned runs. This shouldn't have been earned. That was an error. Guy hit the ball right at him, and he couldn't even field it. Sick. What do we got here? We got 2. Want some new equipment. Let's see what place we're in after this. Ooh. It's got Bregman glove. That's pretty nice. Diamond. Long distance run. Okay, we're 10 games over 500, 43 and 33. Let's check the standings. We're 4 games out. And we are a wild card team right now. He's 19. Under contract till 2030. Gotta get used to Baltimore. I have more strikeouts than in one less game this year already. Alright, let's get the next game rolling. Chicago. Madrigal, BDLC, Ballinger, Wisdom, Garver, Rizzo, Morrill. This isn't going to be easy. Ballinger took me deep. Submarine.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Chicago Cubs. Alongside my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining. Back here at Wrigley Field, and on the hill today, Jimmy Franklin. Tell us about him in that sub-3 ERA, Siggy.
Well, anytime you can keep your ERA under 3, you're doing a lot of things right, and you're putting your team in a position to win a lot of ball games as well. And he's doing tremendous out there on the mound. Every time he gets the ball, you expect him to go out there and dominate, and that's what he's been to this point. We'll see how he is today.
Swings through that.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Swing and a miss.
Strikeout number 1.
To the heater. Now the left fielder, Brian De La Cruz.
Oh, look out.
And a rope into center field, base hit. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Everything came together for him. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Cody Bellinger in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate. Next offering is in for a strike.
This is a hitter who takes his game to another level, playing at night.
And this one squirts away from the catcher. De La Cruz into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Man at second. Franklin, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. The pitch. Back to the mound. He's got it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's sick.
Dang it.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high leverage situations, you've got to be able to get the swing and miss and put hitters away.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground, 2 ball. Steps on the bag for 1. And that's 2. End of 1. And we're still scoring.
Way to get out of it, guys.
And welcome back to the ball.
Mitch.
And here's the catcher, Mitch Garver. The pitch. Off the mark there.
Strike 1.
Garver goes 6'1", hitting 5th in today's lineup. And he was a 9th round draft pick back in 2013. The wind of the pitch. That one missed.
What the hell?
Scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
Downstairs, and it misses, ball 4.
Wow.
Well, just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and Guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Anthony Rizzo, the next to hit, takes outside. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls. Bounce to the right, and that's just foul. Garver on at first, nobody out. Swings through that one for strike 2. Cuts at it and misses.
Can't touch
That's
it.
a strikeout.
Another
Couldn't
K.
catch up to the heater.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track. Back
Nice
to feeling more
catch.
comfortable and settled in the box.
Here's the 0-2. Ball one there. Popped up. Mateo has a beat on it. Puts it away for the out.
2 down.
Dansby Swanson stands in. The shortstop takes a ball. The Cubs down by a pair. Bottom half of inning number 2. That misses. Ball 2. They say you win.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Right through there for a strike. Not even close there. And it's 3-2. Outside, and that is ball 4.
Lost it.
Not what he wanted to do there, Boog. That keeps this inning alive and gives this offense a good chance to cut into their deficit.
Kevin Alcantara in the box here lets that one go for a ball. The pitch to the left side, but it is well foul.
Not over yet. Attack this guy.
And a pitch. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it.
A 9-hole
He
hitter.
circles the bases.
Bullshit.
It's his 8th home run of the year. And they throw 3 on the board. It's 3-2.
Boog, his plan was to hit the ball hard, and he was going to figure out the rest later. You can't argue with those results.
Well, in the box, he's seen that movie before. It wasn't a good movie either. He knew how it was going to end right from the beginning.
De La Cruz at the plate now. That's ball 1.
Hey, 2 away now.
That one pushed foul. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. Got it. And that is that.
Bomber.
Set for the bottom of the 3rd. Bellinger up to hit. Franklin back to work. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
Good pitch.
Bellinger's
Good
dad
pitch. Here
won
we
a couple
go.
of World Series rings in 1999 and 2000. Clay was a backup infielder with the New York Yankees. Here's a
Slur.
1-1. In the air, left side. And there's one down. And now the
Wind is
DH,
blowing out.
Patrick Wisdom. And there's a strike.
0-1.
Lifted in the air, right field. Santander in pursuit. Squeezes it.
2
And there's 2
down.
down.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Mitch Garver up to hit
Let
here.
me know what other games
He's
you guys
sitting
want
on
to see.
99 career homers. We'll see if this is the moment to notch number 100.
Ball 1, no strike.
2 out, space is empty. Right through there for a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That one misses, and it's 2-1.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
2-2.
Two down, nobody on. Look out, almost got him upstairs.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning.
Oh, nice
Nothing
catch.
happening there for the Cubs.
3-2. We're losing.
Back here at the friendly confines. And now the first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Not a lot of people know this, but this isn't the only Wrigley Field in MLB history. You know, when the league expanded and added the Los Angeles Angels in 1961, they played their first season at a stadium in L.A. called Wrigley Field, which had been the home of the minor league team of the same name.
They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. Swing and a miss.
Hey, another kick. That's 4.
Christopher Morel, the next Cub to hit. Flied out his first time. And a big swing and a miss.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective if you can continue to command it on that side of the plate.
Mateo sends it to first.
2 down.
Already 2 gone here in the home fourth. This one in the air. McKinstry under it. Corrals it. And that is that. And the Cubs
More
are
equipment.
down in order. And it remains a 3-2 ball. We head to the bottom of the 5th. So up now for Chicago, Kevin Alcantara. Foul ball there. Alcantara, 22 years old. And he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games. And that drops in for a strike. And that one is lifted in the air. Santander drifts towards it. Brings it in.
1 down.
And there's 1 down.
How many pitches? 61.
Here's Nick Madrigal. And there's a foul ball. And the lefty with the 0-1. That one fouled off.
Hey, we got one here.
And he deals. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. Right.
That's to third. And it goes just foul. That misses the zone. And the count is 1-2. Looking.
Throws him. 2 down.
Clearly looking out over the plate on that outer third, and that pitch finished right down the middle, just a little bit in, and he couldn't pull the trigger.
De La Cruz up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Swing and a miss. And the count 1-1. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. To third.
3 down.
Slings it across. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of the 6th inning. And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger. Bellinger's an interesting example when you talk about scouting and development. I mean, this is a guy now that has turned into one of the premier power hitters in the sport. He was a 4th-round pick out of Hamilton High School in Chandler, Arizona in 2013. He hit 1 homer his senior year. Foul ball, still 0-2. And a pitch. And down on strikes.
Beautiful movement.
And that's the 1st out.
6.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Patrick Wisdom, a former 1st-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. That misses. 1-0.
You got this guy.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swings through that one out in front that time.
2 strikes.
On the ground, right side. On to first.
He's out.
2 up, 2 down. 2 out, space is empty. And next for the Cubs, Mitch Garver.
Possibly thinking about home run number 100 here. He's just one shy of that milestone.
Swings and misses. And 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The 1-2. And another
2
ball.
strikes.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. Hayes going back. Pulls it in on the
And
warning
to 6.
track.
Another equipment pack. Rolling.
We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Craig.
Well, at this point of the year, first day of the summer, teams are really starting to figure out who they are.
Yes.
No more excuses about cold weather or any inclement conditions. Now I think we'll start to see what this team is really made of as we move forward.
8 wins. 6 innings. 2 hits. 2 walks. 3 earned. 6 Ks.
Our final line for tonight.
It's just that first inning, you got to be careful because their confidence is low. Oh, we got 1, 2 equipment packs. Nothing there. Okay. 3 out. 4-way tie for, wow. Astros, Twins, Rays, Blue Jays. That's why. Durability and clutch. Tai Chi. Well, looks like I'm going to be talking to the manager. I'd like to talk to you about your performance now that we're moving into the summer months. We're very happy with your overall performance this season. You pitched 26 innings with a 2.42 ERA this month, so you've done a fantastic job keeping runs out the board. And that time you got 25 Ks, so you done a solid job finishing some at bats with Ks. Overall, we're very happy with your performance. Awesome. And I get 2 times attributes. I won't let you down. Alright, Jimmy. Keep up the hard work. Oh, he feels happy. Steady connect. Look at the fire on both sides. This is going to be interesting. Mookie Betts has got my number. Shohei, I strike him out. Or walk him. They scored 449 runs with a 129 run differential positive. Wow.
Hello and welcome. Thanks for joining us. Interleague Baseball on MLB The Show. It's the Los Angeles. Just about set to go. And on the hill, Jimmy Franklin. Chris, it's a little more common these days, but still, he's a strikeout per inning type of guy.
Well, I hear you about the strikeouts. A lot more guys striking out today, but when you consider having the ability to get that strikeout, particularly when you need it, a man on third, less than 2 outs, situations where, yeah, maybe you're not a real high strikeout guy,
big start here.
But just knowing you have the swing and miss stuff in a big spot, I think it's real critical, and he's got it.
One down.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Riley Green stands in now and watches strike 1. And that's outside. And that's ball 1. 1 out, base is empty. And that's off the inside edge. And it's 2-1.
Holy.
Line drive, base hit.
All over that one right there. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Next offering is in for a strike.
So back in 2023, Shohei hit a home run, stole a base, and had a scoreless pitching outing in the same game. You'll never guess the last person to do it.
Pablo Sandoval.
Oh, you're good.
I feel like I've heard that one before. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Shohei MVP.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch before you recognize.
And there's the third out. That'll do it for
What a
the
great
inning.
start
So the
that
Dodgers
was.
leave 1. Orioles due up in the first. No score. And welcome back to the ballpark. Second inning set to go. Now Matt Chapman at the plate. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Chapman, a former All-Star, hitting 5th in today's lineup. And there's a fly ball deep right field. High bounce takes it over the fence for an automatic double. Aaron Hicks at the plate. And that's in there for strike 1. This has always been the better side for Aaron Hicks. On the ground, right side. Whips it to Mountcastle. 1 out in the second.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
James Outman, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Franklin, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. Next offering is in for a strike.
Yeah, if you're going to be in the game in high-leverage situations, you
up the middle, whips it to first on the run. Now 2 away
There's
as they get a
a
run
run.
across. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Right through there for a strike. One run across to the frame so far here in game one of this 3-game set. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2. That's outside. Ball 1.
1-2.
That one is absolutely belted. That's back. Back. Gone.
Oh, man.
He flexes his power with that swing. Home run number 15 on the year. It's 2-0.
He's swinging a red-hot bat. This isn't the first home run we've seen him hit these last few games, and it probably won't be the last.
Makes the catch, inning over. Back here in Baltimore, all set for the start of the inning. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Ripped on a line, and Freeman is retired. And there's one down. Here's Riley Green. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That one's in there, 0-1.
0-1.
Swings through that.
This guy at the dish excels in 2-strike counts. Got to be careful with him out there on the mound.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Blew it by him. 2 down. Just be aggressive. Be aggressive.
2 outs, bases empty.
Aggressive.
And now Shohei Ohtani. First pitch, and he just misses. 2 outs, bases empty. Next offering is in for a strike. And that's downstairs and outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to.
Oh, no.
Oh, baseball man. He hammers one out to right. His 14th of the year.
God, barely got out.
It's 3-0.
Already playing with the lead, and now they're celebrating a home run. They're having a great time out there.
Betts batting for the second time, and that's strike 1. And that's ripped into left. Base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. And here is Matt Chapman. In there, and it's 0-1. Now snap through the first. And Betts dives back. Now a screamer into the outfield. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
What a grab.
And we're back. Here's Aaron Hicks. And he deals. That one's upstairs. Ball 1. Ball 1. Chris, you played here in 2002. What are the memories that stand out as to being a member of the Baltimore Orioles?
For me, it was just pulling into the parking lot and having those that were there with an encouraging smile or a pat on the back, regardless of how things were going. It made it a lot easier to come to the ballpark, whether you were doing well or you were struggling. And then the way that they treated your family. I mean, this is a great place to play. I'd say it's got to be one of the top places in all of baseball.
James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Outside low, 1-0. And you had a cameo in the movie Moneyball as an Orioles player in a highlight clip. Bunting for a hit. In there safely.
This lefty matchup thing's not going so well.
The batter now will be Will Smith. Just missed. Outman leads off first with 1 away. And another ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. And there's the automatic. That one fouled off. Hit on the ground might be 2.
Double play.
There's 1. On the first, double play. And that's the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the 4th, it's the Dodgers 3 and the Orioles nothing. Back now at Oriole Park, stepping in, Trey Sweeney. And here it comes. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Sweeney, in his 2nd season, 24 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over .325 in his last 10 games. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. 1 up, 1 down. Freeman up for the 3rd time and takes ball 1.
No strike.
The offense needs to start showing some fight against this starter. He's doing his thing out there. They're going to have to push back at some point and make him work a little bit harder.
Swings and blasts one deep to left center, and no one can get there. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double. So a man aboard. And next for L.A., Riley Green. And a foul ball. The 0-1. And a curve misses outside. 1 out and a runner at second. And we're at the top of the 5th. And that one is in for a strike. Man at second. And that'll fall for a base hit. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score, and they're up by 3.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball 1.
You can never say enough about Ohtani. In 2023, he became the first player in AL/NL history to hit 40-plus home runs and record more than 10 wins in a season.
On the ground right side.
Turn it.
6-3 double play. And the inning is over. But they push across. We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th.
Lost.
It's always nice to grab the opener of a series. You come into a new ballpark, and just sometimes things aren't as
Shohei
comfortable
was
as what you've been
pitching.
used
No
to.
wonder.
The mound doesn't look straight. The background isn't what you like, but they didn't.
That was a tough lineup. Speed pitching don't really help. Okay, for Avalanche.